If A vector and B vector are two non-collinear vectors with the same initial point, what are the vectors denoted by A vector added with B vector and A vector minus B vector? Okay, let's try to understand this problem. So here, since it's given here that A and B are two non-collinear vectors with the same initial point, so we will consider this to be the vector A, and we have another vector B sharing the same initial point with vector A. Now, let's construct a parallelogram. So if we construct a parallelogram, call it A, B, C, D, then AD will be equals to BC. There will be also equals vectorially, so that means BC was also going to be equals to the vector B. And similarly, we have AB equals to DC, opposite sides of a parallelogram were equal, and let's consider them to be of equal vectors. That means the AB equals to DC will be equals to the vector A. So here we have the vector A. Now, if we joined point A and point C, or we consider the vertex A and C, and this is going to be the diagonal of the parallelogram. So the diagonal AC of the parallelogram, that's simply equals to AB vector added to BC vector. So all we have done is use the triangle law of vector addition. Now what is AB vector? That's A vector. BC vector, that's B vector. Now that means A vector plus B vector is going to represent the diagonal AC of this particular parallelogram. Let's consider the diagonal DB vector. Let's say this is a vector, the DB vector. Now from this figure, what is DB vector? DB vector, we'll have to walk through it. So let's take the negative of vector B. All we have to do is, considering the same initial point for vector B, we draw another vector which is in the exactly opposite direction of vector B and has the same magnitude as the vector B. So that means this is going to be our negative B vector. Fine. Now we have A vector and negative B vector. So what we'll do? We will construct another parallelogram and consider the diagonal. So this diagonal is actually nothing but A vector minus B vector. Now this goes from point A to, let's call this as the point C prime. So here we have AC prime parallel to DB prime. So DB prime is actually A vector minus B vector, which means that the A vector minus B vector is going to be the other diagonal of the same parallelogram ABC. So that means if we have two non-collinear vectors, A vector and B vector sharing the same initial point, then A vector plus B vector and A vector minus B vectors are going to be the two diagonals of the parallelogram.